Hey guys, it's Kathleen and today I'm going to be doing my end of the year TBR. So I'm filming this at approximately 11 p.m. at night, which is why my lighting is super weird. There's zero natural light coming in from my window. I know I said I was going to have a video up yesterday. I think this will be Sunday when this posts. I'm filming this Saturday night. Clearly that didn't happen, so this is what you guys are getting. As always, I apologize for my inconsistency and just being kind of a bad YouTuber in general, but yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna film this today. So without further ado, here are all the books that are on my end of the year TBR that I need to read before this year ends because I have so many and I'm the worst. So first off, I have 3 arcs that I really need to finish before this year is out. The first one is The Lies of Desperate Girls by Mackenzie Common. This I don't know tons and tons about. I really haven't read any reviews of it, but it came out in September and I only got sent in like October, so I don't know if I just requested it a long time ago and then just came in later. But anyway, this is basically about a girl who gets murdered, but no one really cares because she's indigenous, and the only reason anyone cares at all is because her disappearance might be linked to another person's disappearance from years before. And so basically this girl tries to investigate what happened and figure it out. I honestly don't know how I'm gonna feel about this. I don't know if it's gonna be one of those like racism through what person's eyes kind of things, so we'll see. I guess it could be good. Who knows? I have an open mind. This next book I don't even remember requesting. I don't remember being sent it. I just found it in my room and was like, oh yeah, I should probably read that. I assume it was Indigo who sent it to me because this is a Simon & Schuster book and I'm 100% not on their mailing list. The book is called Zero Repeat Forever by G.S. Pendergrass. So instead of attempting to summarize the book, I'm literally just going to read you part of the back of the book. He has no voice or name, only a rank. 8th. He doesn't know the details of the mission, only the directives that hum in his mind. Dart the humans. Leave them where they fall. His job is protect his offside. Let her do the shooting. Until a human kills her. 16-year-old Raven is at summer camp when the terrifying armored Nox invade. Isolated in the wilderness, Raven and her fellow campers can only stay put. Await rescue. Raven doesn't like feeling helpless, but what choice does she have? Then a Nox kills her boyfriend. Thrown together in a violent, unfamiliar world, Aeth and Raven should hate and fear each other. But when Raven is injured and then Aeth deserts his unit, their survival depends on trusting each other. I wonder what will happen next. Next on my TBR for the end of the year is The Female of the Species by Mandy McGuinness. This is, I believe, about a girl who kills her sister's rapist. I think that's the point of the story. It's all about feminism and it's kind of a thriller and it's supposed to be very cool and like modern and I don't know. It sounds good. I bought it about a year ago and I just never got to it because again, I am the worst. Next, I am hoping to read The Best Kind of People by Zoe Whittle. This is a Canadian book and I've gotten more into Canadian literature recently and I'm mostly trying to read more diversely in Canadian literature because that's an important thing to me. Anyway, this is a story about a very well-respected man in a town in, I believe, BC. And he is a teacher at a high school and he goes on a class trip and their town is basically turned upside down along with his family by the fact that he gets accused of sexual assault while he's on that trip. So the story is all about how this family deals with this revelation and it's all about victim blaming and how we believe victims and sexual assault culture. And yeah, I think it sounds really great. I'm really excited to read it. It was one of those like hot topic books last year in Canada, at least. I don't know if it was a hot topic book anywhere else or if anyone else even heard of it, but it was really big. It was nominated for the Giller Prize last year, so yeah, it should be good. I'm looking forward to reading it. Next up, we have Released by Patrick Ness. This is a book that came out a couple months ago and it follows a boy named Adam who is gay and he's having his boyfriend over for dinner, but his parents don't know he's gay and his dad is a pastor, so it's all about the relationship between the family and him. And then also it follows this sort of ghost thing that's like making its way through town. I've heard some mixed reviews about this one, honestly. A lot of people say that the story following Adam is really good and then the other story makes absolutely no sense. So I'm curious to see what all think. Another arc I realized I actually have from NetGalley and what I really need to get to is Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds. I was having issues with the downloading of this, so I think I may have to borrow it to actually read it, but I do want to submit my feedback and everything. But yeah, this is a story about a boy who is planning on shooting, I think, the man who killed his brother, and he's going in an elevator, and he goes down this elevator in about 60 seconds, and at each stop, someone new emerges who tells him something new, and that informs his sense of what actually happened with his brother. So basically, the story is meant to be a look at gun violence, which sounds really interesting, and it's also told in verse, which should be really neat. I've never read a book that's actually told in verse, so I'm looking forward to reading that. And then next, I'm hoping to read A Thousand Splendid Suns by Khaled Hosseini. I can't say that right, I'm sorry. I read The Kite Runner a few years ago for school, and I really enjoyed it, so I'm looking forward to reading this as well. I believe this book deals with arranged marriage in the Middle East. I don't know tons about it beyond that, but it was very popular with a lot of people I knew in high school because they had to read it for school. So yeah, it should be a good one. And I don't know where my copy of this went, but I am hoping to read before the end of this year Emma by Jane Austen. I'm not going to summarize Emma. It's a classic. You can just look it up. I love Pride and Prejudice. It's in my top 5 favorite books of all time, and I really like Jane Austen's writing, so I really want to read another one of her books. And yeah, Emma seems like it's going to be a good one. I want to read it before the end of 2017. It's going to happen. Hold me to it. Okay, so that is my end of the year TBR. This may change. I will probably add books and then take books off as I go because I'm really a mood reader. I pretend not to be, but I really am a mood reader, which is why I don't do TBRs that often. But I figured I'd make this one just give myself a goal and to remind myself to read these books since I do want to read them. Anywho, let me know what is on your guys' TBRs. I would like to know what are some books that you've been meaning to get to all year and you just haven't yet. As well, if you've posted videos like this, I would really like to see, so feel free to let me know. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe on your way out if you're new here. I normally upload videos every Tuesday and Friday, but my schedule has been weird lately because school. If you would like to follow me on any of my social medias, links will all be in the description, but in the meantime, I will see you guys next time.